What's going on, everybody? My name is Josh and welcome back to OnlyCryptos. It's some crazy news in the NFT community today, in the crypto world in general. You guys all remember LimeWire, right? The website, or I guess it was a service that was used to download files illegally back in like the early 2000s. You used to be able to go on LimeWire, and I think there was another one called FrostWire, but you used to be able to go on and download any song at all without having to go on iTunes and buy it when like iPods were still in their early stages. That's at least how I remember it. I'm pretty young, so I remember using it at the tail end of LimeWire's existence. Back in 2010, LimeWire was shut down due to a lawsuit over music piracy. Who would have guessed? Well, here's the plot twist. LimeWire is returning in 2022, 12 years later, as an NFT marketplace for music artists. And the service is set to launch in May. Two Austrian brothers, Julian and Paul Zahetmeyer, actually bought LimeWire's intellectual property and other assets over the last year and said they've been making a plan to bring LimeWire back. Now, as I mentioned, I used LimeWire for music. I suppose there were other things on LimeWire like TV shows and movies probably, but I used it for music, and that's actually how it's going to come back in the NFT community. It'll focus on music and let users buy and trade rare items such as limited editions, unreleased demos, and digital merchandise. This to me feels like someone who just got out of prison and is coming back and like speaking at conferences to change the world. That's what LimeWire feels like to me. LimeWire was such an illegal service at one point in time, and now it's coming back to actually do something really positive for Web3, which is absolutely wild. So it's not going to act exactly like OpenSea where you can buy things for X amount of Ethereum. Instead, you're actually going to be making purchases with credit cards in US dollars. They're partnering with a startup called Wire, which I'm sure they're connected to, in order to make this happen and get US dollars onto the blockchain. They're trying to make NFTs more attractive and more accessible to the common person, and they actually took the Tang Clan's manager, Tareef Michael, in order to try and relate to the masses. He is a partner in the operations as of right now. One of the two brothers, Julian, was quoted saying, "The issue with the NFT market is that most platforms are decentralized. If you look at Bitcoin, all the exchanges are making it really easy to buy, trade, and sell Bitcoin. There's nobody really doing the same in the NFT space." And he's kind of right. With crypto, for example, you could go on Coinbase, Kraken, etc., and just buy stuff with your credit card. It's really easy. It makes the common person able to get into crypto very simply. With NFTs, you have to use something like MetaMask or Coinbase wallet, connect your wallet, fund it with Ethereum that you send from somewhere else. It does get a little bit complicated for the common person for sure. The brothers are considering a venture capital financing round later this year, as well as releasing a LimeWire token. So this is what the website looks like here. Let's take a look. So there's a waitlist you can join as a creator. They even have their own Telegram. And they have their own TikTok. You know how weird it is to see LimeWire with a TikTok page? So you can actually sign up for the waitlist. They're gonna have airdrops and stuff like that. Here's a look at their team, as well as some of their partners and advisory board. And there's, again, Tareef Michael, one of the managers of the Tang Clan. Here's a look at their timeline right here as well. Right now, they're in the private token sale section of that. So it looks like they're a little bit ahead of their schedule. This is supposed to be done in April of 2022, and they seem to be on it right now. They're going to launch in May. The public token is going to go live in Q4. And the official launch into the film industry is also supposed to happen in Q4. LimeWire might be here to stay. Hey, if you're enjoying the video up until this point, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And we keep you up to date with stuff like this all the time. We do pride ourselves on being content creators who can bring you guys some value. And I think that LimeWire token might be something to keep an eye on. I'm not saying it's an instant investment, but it will be interesting to see how this progresses because they do have a lot behind them. This is where crypto and NFTs start to get really interesting, is when these massive companies come in and really want to make a dent in the industry, and they can do that because of the power of Tang Clan managers or other people like them. So much of business, whether it be blockchain or whether it be in sales or whatever, is just networking. So much of it is just who you know and who you can get in with and who has the money to make what things happen. And I think LimeWire really has it behind them to be able to make this something special. But it is interesting. We'll have to wait and see. Feel free to go to their website, join the waitlist if you are interested in keeping up with their project. I know we'll have an eye on it just because it's going to be a pretty big deal in the community, it seems. Feel free to follow our TikTok, follow our Instagram, follow our Facebook page. If you want to stay up to date with all things NFT, metaverse, crypto, all that fun stuff, we got it all for you. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Good luck out there.